Hello, and welcome to Safe and Secure. On today's show, we have a wide variety of topics to share with our viewing audience. The Southfield Police, recently, they went through a hostage negotiations and barricaded gunman scenarios. Dr. Lamaurice Gardner is the consulting psychologist with the Southfield Police Department's hostage negotiation team. He consults with over a dozen police departments, the state police, and federal agencies. He also teaches at a couple of police academies. Dr. Gardner is also a reserve lieutenant deputy and SWAT tactical officer.
Pretend this is a person. This is us. Okay, there are things that happen in our lives that could just shake us up, that agitate us. It could be just day in and day out events, or it could be something major, like a death in the family or divorce or something. Okay, what builds up inside of this bottle? Pressure. And if we don't relieve the pressure, what can happen? It can explode. We've seen people explode. Or if I shake it up, put it down, shake it up, put it down, over time what happens? It can go flat. We've seen people go flat, lose their give a damn, okay? What negotiators try and do is help people release that pressure, okay? We can change the pressure in here so it doesn't explode by taking it away from the situation that's causing it agitation, shaking it up. Or we can, by the top of the bottle, by the mouth, allow the pressure to be released. And it's through effective communication and getting people to talk about their problems. They don't act it out, they talk it out, and again, we can resolve the problem, the situation.
When Dr. Lamaurice Gardner finishes his day job as a Veterans Affairs psychologist, his workday may not be over. He just might get a call in the middle of the night to respond to a barricaded gunman or a suicidal subject.
Most of the barricaded suicidals are people going through a divorce and afraid they're going to lose everything, and it's probably the highest percentage of suicides in this country are people going through divorce. Psychologists provide consultation on dealing with people with depression, suicidality. We support the negotiations team by helping them, giving them feedback about their active listening skills, sometimes a profile on the hostage taker or barricaded suicidal person. The other thing that we do is if we have a barricaded suicidal who has a history of psychiatric treatment or has a psychiatrist they're seeing, we act as a liaison between the negotiation situation and the hospital or the clinician, emphasizing that it's not a violation of HIPAA for the police to get information from the treating resource to disclose information that can be helpful in resolving the situation.
The use of psychologists with the police has only come up in the last 10 to 15 years. And there is an effort to get more clinicians integrated in and work with SWAT teams.
In fact, I started as a hostage negotiator with the Sheriff Department in 1998. And in 2001, they had the wherewithal to send me to basic SWAT school. So I trained in Alpena at the Combat Readiness Training Center with McCombs Police Academy for SWAT school. In 2002, I did the advanced SWAT school. So I've had both sides of the experience.
The goal when dealing with a hostage situation or a barricaded gunman is to make sure the innocents are spared, the subject is secured, and the officers go home safely.
These training scenarios maintain a certain level of skill that if we don't maintain that practice, it sort of dissipates over time. With our SWAT team or with law enforcement, we have monthly or quarterly training on the firearms range. Well, we're talking about a different weapon system here. We're talking about your communication skills, your listening skills, and those two have to be maintained. As a psychologist, I see patients every day. As a hostage and crisis negotiator, the negotiators here might get involved with somebody every once in a while, but it's still, they have to maintain those skills. Well, there's no such thing as an unsuccessful negotiation. When people, unfortunately, we've had a couple of occasions where people have taken their own lives. Most of those happen before we even make contact with them. We get there, we're trying to establish contact, and we never make contact. We finally breach the door and go inside or send our robot inside, and they find the person deceased. But 99% of the time when we're able to make contact, we can get them to de-escalate whatever emotional upheaval they're experiencing. Once they have settled down, now we could negotiate and resolve the situation. I like to describe it as this. We want to maintain a balance, okay? something happens in our lives that puts us in emotional upheaval. This side is feelings and emotions, this side is reasoning and judgment. As the emotions go up, what happens to the reasoning and judgment? It goes down. Okay, there are two ways of resolving this. Okay, one way is effective communication and talking, letting them vent, and over time, it comes down back to a balance. So you got time and effective communication. Once you're here, and moving from here to here is them emoting, whether screaming, crying, whatever. Over time, the emotion comes down, the reasoning and judgment comes up, and now we can think our way through this thing. We can problem solve. We can recognize that it's not, the end of the world. And that's when we get people to recognize it's in their best interest to come on out. Most of the barricaded suicidal, they haven't done anything illegal. We want to get them help, get them to the hospital, get them evaluated, and move on from there.
The Southfield Police Department, in partnership with Kroger, the Southfield Public Library, and Friends of the Southfield Library, has been giving out gently used books for our children from infants through young adults monthly. The events were hosted in the Police Mobile Command Unit, where children had the opportunity to come aboard and select a free book donated by the Southfield Public Library and Friends of the Southfield Public Library to take home with them. Officers also provided tours of the Mobile Command Unit and its many features.
We're doing badges and books with the Southfield Police Department. Kroger partners with the Southfield Police Department every year to help bridge communication with the community and the customers and the Southfield Police Department. And so we love to be a part of this, and it's an honor for us to be a part of this. The value is priceless because kids always see the police officer in action and not get to see the person behind the uniform. So it gives them a chance to come up to them and have a one-on-one. They get to see what's inside of the police car and not be in the police car. They get to see the mobile command unit. So they get to do that, and that's awesome. They love it. They love it. People are on the police department's website and they see badges and books. They come out, you see the same people every month, you see new people every month, and they love it. The kids come out here, they love taking pictures with them, they love going inside the police cars, and they get to see what it is. And some of them say they want to be police officers when they grow up, so this is great.
Well, we grabbed some groceries, and on the way back to the car, we got a book and some snacks for Louie, so it's pretty nice. I just think it's nice that they're out with the community. It's really a good thing for them to get involved and to have some interaction with the kids and get to know them. It's nice.
Kroger contributes to the community. We do all types of events, but mainly we do a lot with our local law enforcement because Kroger is not just in the community, they are a part of the community. So we hire people in our community and we want to support our local law enforcement in our community. I like it. It's fulfilling for me, not just being a Kroger employee, but because I live in the city of Southfield and I support my local law enforcement officers. And there are some that are so special and dear to me that I work with time after time. So I love it. I love Southfield.
Yeah, with school right around the corner, did have an opportunity to meet with the school resource officers and our community officers. They were able to partnership with some of our local business persons and do book bag giveaways. In fact, we had one at Kroger, it went very well. The community came out, got their free books and backpacks, and the community was very appreciative. But it was a partnership of the Southfield Police Department and our business community that made that a successful event. The Southfield Police and Friends of the Southfield Police were eager to take part in the Orchard Children's Services Back to School Supply Drive.
Today we partner up with Friends of Southfield Police, where we reach out to Orchard Services, foster kids. So we know it's time to go back to school, and we want to make sure that every school and every kid in the city of Southfield, and matter of fact in the city of Detroit, that have the tools that they need and the supplies that they need to go back to school and be successful. So today, for One Therapy, we donated 50 backpacks not only backpacks, we gave them the whole 9-yard supplies where they have binders, pens, pencils, erasers, binders, notebook, and dividers.
So the children are actually our clients here. They come from foster care, adoption, and our family preservation programs. And the supervisors and workers identify the children that are in need of backpacks. And we work and raise funds and also take donations and then supply the backpacks to the kids.
Since 1986, when Orchard's Children's Services first entered into the adoptions field, they have completed more than 3,000 adoptions. Although most of the children are adopted by their foster parents or relatives, there is no typical adoptive family, and there continues to be an ongoing need for families who are willing to adopt older children. Orchard's family preservation programs offer services to high-risk families to prevent their children from placement into foster care. Orchard's preservation programs served over 5,000 children last year in 10 counties. And over 95% of these children were able to remain at home.
Orchard Family Services and Mr. Williams specifically have been so kind to allow the police department and 411 therapy to come in and partner with the young people in our community. It's great for us to get to work on all these different levels with the young people, and the amazing work that Orchard Family Services and the fact that they let us partner is really, the privilege is ours. The officers love it. We love to get to participate in this. We love to get to help out our young people, our community, in a different capacity than a lot of times we do, and the role that people oftentimes see police. So it's really a privilege for us to get to do it. So I'm not even talking about what it is for the good that we're doing, but it's really great for us too. I mean, it's a privilege to get to go and serve in a different capacity.
Well, today is about 411 therapy. You get to the 4 before you get to the 9. And I think Orchard is about getting in there before it's a problem. And Southfield Police are very proactive in making sure that we get to the issue. And the relationship with children changes once they actually see the bond as officers. They're human beings just like everyone else. Are there situations that we all wish we could change? Absolutely. But most are great individuals who sacrifice their time, their talents for the community. And that needs to be uplifted a lot more.
And you said it best, partnership. Partnering with the community to ensure that our children have the needed supplies for this upcoming school year. A lot of excitement about school, and we're going to ensure through a community partnership that our children are prepared. Yeah, these initiatives are ongoing, constant, throughout the school year. As we know, supplies run out, get damaged, and so these initiatives will continue because, again, our children are of utmost importance.
All of us have different missions, but it's all the same purpose, and that is to keep the community safe.
Right.
So thank you all.
Thank you.
And welcome aboard.
Thank you, appreciate it.
It's a good ride.
Yes, sir.
It's a good ride.
Thank you.
Good to see you, my friend. My man.
Always. All right. I got a check waiting for you.
Oh.
To find out more about the Southfield Police and Fire Departments, go to cityofsouthfield.com/police or fire. You can also find out more by going to our Facebook and YouTube channels and looking at our respective pages. Until next time, safe and secure.